It's boring, so get out your favorite Britney Spears album and go to town, but it usually isn't too terrible, especially once it's approved and finalized. Then you know the work you're putting in is done, so you only have to do it once, and then it's not that big a deal. Good point. So Speculation says also make sure your model is high enough poly before running the Boolean. Lower poly seems to not work well for this method. I would agree with that. When I use the clip curve tool, it often leaves like a sliver or geometry that stretches out from the cut line. Is there a way to fix this or another method of making the cut? Clip curve. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so one thing you can do is turn off live Boolean here. So if we go back to our cool head here, let's see, we can go ahead and get rid of this projection thing here. Okay, so we got our head here, and if we go, okay, Control Shift, and we're using our clip curve brush, like so, and it's like, okay, I want to clip this down to a line, and okay, perfect, now I'm going to put a little brain in there, and then you go down to the bottom, and you see these undercuts are kind of showing up. So if I was to Dynamesh this, you get the really thin sliver ring around here, if that's what you're talking about. What I would do in this case is I would use the trim curve brush. What that does, instead of clipping, what that'll do is do a slice, delete. Well, I can walk you through it, but it basically goes through and slices and fills whole. You'll still get a little bit of an undercut, but it's a little bit more manageable. So basically what it's doing is doing a slice. Let's go ahead and make this all one poly group. So it's doing a slice, and then it's doing a Control Shift, isolate, and deleting hidden, closing holes, and that's what it's doing all in one fell swoop. Again, that close holes operation won't be perfect. What I might do instead of clip in this particular case is we'll go ahead and keep groups on with our Dynamesh, and now we'll do a slice curve. And now when I Dynamesh this thing, that'll go ahead and run a Dynamesh operation. And then if I invert that, you'll see we have, it's clipped down, everything's nice and tight, no overhangs there, and everything's good to go. Now, if you wanted to, in fact, let's go ahead and we'll do this one here, and we'll do another slice curve here. So we'll do slice here. Let's go down the side of his face like we have in the concept sculpt here. We'll keep groups on. So we'll go ahead and do this one. Now we'll do a quick mirror and weld. So let's say I want this, now we can go through, and this whole piece in the middle is pretty much what we want. And we can go, you know what, we want these three to go together. So what we can do is, we can go here. Well, we just pop out the one we don't want. So we can just take this one here. We'll do a split hidden. And then with these ones, we'll turn group off and then Dynamesh that here. Did I already do it? And now, yeah, I don't have groups turned on anymore. So it'll just Dynamesh all those back together. And now I've got this piece here that I can go through here. Let's go ahead and center that here. And now I can kind of just do whatever we want to with this one. If this is like a little piece, we can pop out and have it kind of mechanically do something a little bit different. That'll be how we can kind of separate those using the split. So yeah, getting rid of those underhangs is using trim or using groups with Dynamesh instead of using clip if you can help it, or use slice and close holes.